I'm doing a introduction on Stevens 92 MR2 SW20. It is a Canadian MR2. It has a engine swap in it. We got a hold of the original owner and he tells us that the engine's built. We have no proof whatsoever if it is or not. Right now it runs good, but it doesn't boost past 5 pounds. So we tried to do all the vac lines we could. They made a mess of the vac lines on the wastegate side, and finding pictures for this thing, you know, how to route the vac lines on the wastegate side is damn near impossible. But I did find something, and we routed it to what we think it is. We put the new intercooler and intake pipe on from CX Racing, and that was a pain in the ass. They didn't send all the right clamps, but we have it on now, so it's good. It looks good. And while everything was off, I checked the turbo for shaft play, and it had quite a bit of shaft play. So I'll show you the upgrades that we have for this thing in a short while. When Steven bought this thing, it was multicolored. It was black with purple doors. So I got my paint guy to, you know, just make it look decent, all one color, and we're gonna worry about doing, you know, good body work when we have off the front end, which I'll show you in a bit. Right now the exhaust is pretty sad too. The tips are cut. This was all previous owner stuff, and we didn't find that out till we got the car up on the hoist. So it's a pretty nice looking car. We got the nice kooky tail lights on there now that we had to do. So the door latch needs to be fixed properly. The door latch inside, so you can see the door is still purple in there. Doesn't like to shut all the way. The door jams. I don't know what they are. Those things that hold the door for you so the door doesn't swing right open. We're in the process of looking for factory MR2 seats. And funny story, when we first got this car, we took it for a drive right after Steven bought it, and he forgot to latch the T-top glass, and the T-top glass just did a double barrel roll in the air and smashed everywhere. So this is what I'm talking about. It's all previous owners crap that we're gonna worry about once Steven buys a front clip. And he's gonna buy a front clip because it's just way too messy. They molded in the side skirts. They chopped it for some reason here. It's molded in the front and it's starting to crack. So what we're gonna do is just get a totally new front clip, give it to my body guy, and tell him to make it 100%. This car was a mess, a complete wiring mess too. I fixed the front end wires, which were causing the battery to short out or die. We're not really sure, but since I fixed it, the battery does not die. So I had to redo these and resolder all the wires up front. There was a bunch of wiring mess in the interior too that we got a buddy of ours, Mike, who's an electrician, to come and fix everything, which it's all fixed now. So the car is at least running, driving smooth. Now we just need to really concentrate on the missed maintenance, I guess, of the engine, you know, the turbocharger, the exhaust. The Speedo right now does not work. And that can be an array of like 100 different pieces, I guess. So we're slowly getting them in. And yeah, it's a pretty nice car other than the front end that needs to be fixed. Again, like, if you're not a body guy, don't attempt body work. It's just atrocious. But the thing about it is that the price was right for a left-hand drive. He was dead set on getting a left-hand drive MR2, and it was a bonus that it's a Canadian MR2. So that's what he really wanted, and that's what he got. And the price was right for the most part. We are going to be putting, probably, after everything's all said and done, it's probably going to be a $10,000 car, which in my opinion is worth it. Especially for a low kilometer. It only has 146,000 K on it. So, on to the upgrades. So we have a full turbo back exhaust for it that Steven ordered up. And you can see the mid pipe down there. We do have a brand new down pipe for the new turbo. And over here, we have a brand new C26 16G, big 16G turbo. So this is the stock bolt-on replacement, but it's upgraded to a big 16G. So I'm unfamiliar with that term when it comes to Toyota turbos, but Mitsubishi turbos, I totally get it. So I'm assuming that it's, you know, the same as the Mitsubishi terminology, meaning that it's a bigger turbo stock replacement. We got the downpipe for the new turbo. I hear it's a pain in the ass to put the turbo on the factory downpipes, so I'm hoping this will be a lot easier. And then we got the Speedo speed sensor, which is one out of, like I said, like 100 pieces you have to buy to actually get the Speedo working well. It could be anything of the parts, so we're just going to replace all of them and get it running good. So yeah, that's the introduction to this MR2. And hopefully as time goes on, you guys will see the transition. Again, we're going to try and make it all factory, get the factory front trunk plastics, which are very hard to find, get factory MR2 seats, and just make it nice over time. Right now we're going to worry about the turbo and it boosting properly and go from there. But it's a solid place to start. Also, we want to replace this is a replica Phoenix hood or engine lid, I guess, and we don't want it anymore. We want the factory one with the raised fins and the flat panels on the side. Just looks better in my opinion. But that's her.